So the Bose QC 35 version 2 is almost like a legendary headset. It's still sold at the moment, and this model have been on the market for a lot of years now. My headset was a few years old and it's working perfectly well still, but I had some wears on the earpads themselves and also like the top cushion thing. I could wipe them off, but then they were just starting to fall apart and they had that like fairly greasy look to them. So I wanted to give this $12 replacement from AliExpress a chance to replace my old earpads, and I have to say it almost looks like new. There's some differences to the top pads, but the earpads themselves are identical. To start off this repair process, we want to take off the earpads, and it maybe seems like there's a plastic piece over it that holds it on, but you just have to like pull the ear cushion itself out, because there's like a plastic ring retainer which is held in by a few clips around the ear cups. Then we take off these inner covers, just held in by some double-sided tape. I've already installed a QC35 kit from Bose. It wasn't really fitting correctly with the inner piece, the inner cover, but otherwise they are similar to the QC version 2. But I wanted to buy this Chinese set to see if there's a difference between the original and like the aftermarket Chinese ones, and I have to say I can't really notice any big difference when it comes to quality and the overall feel of the pads. So you would want to buy the correct kit for your version if you have the version 1 or the version 2, because the inner pieces have a little bit of a different shape to them, but the earpads themselves are identical. So we just want to line up these inner covers on the inside to fit like in the middle, and then like push down on the double-sided tape. And also want to look so you get the correct side with the corresponding ear cup as well when it comes to like the right and left one. So the ones I took off this QC35 version 2 had the QC35 version inner earpads that have a little bit of a different shape, so I can really look to see how they were mounted before, but like just placing them in the middle and then pushing down, they seem to fit in there well enough. It's a little bit of a fiddly process getting this ear cover back on, since it's just hard to get the plastic ring under all of those clips or holders, but just take your time and you will push it down, and it's not too hard, but it takes some time and force to get them in there. Then we start to take off these two plastic pieces, each hold with 2 screws, so you just use a really small Phillips screwdriver and you take those off. The plastic pieces can be installed on both sides, so you don't have to remember from which side you took them off. So the top pad that you have on your top of your head, you have to cut out because it's like sewed on here. So the only way to not like break this, to take it off, were to like dismantle the whole headset. And I guess that is why Bose is not selling a replacement, because after you mount like the Chinese aftermarket version, it's not gonna look 100% new or genuine, because this like uses this double-sided tape thing to hold it on there. So we can see we just need to line it up so it's get even length on both sides, and then we just fold it around like this top clip. So when the top cover is on there correctly, we want to install the plastic pieces again. This just holds the top cushion to the headset itself. There's like some small notches into the metal bar going over the whole headset. So there's really just one way to screw in these plastic pieces correctly, and they also got these kind of small spikes that you will have to line up with the top cushion thing, so it holds them in place. And you also know that if they are in the direction of the cushion thing is clamping those down, you have installed it correctly. So I'm very happy with the results. The headset almost looks like new. The only difference to the original headset is that the top cushion doesn't have the same mounting mechanism thing because it's not sewed on there. Then you would need to dismantle the whole headset to get a replacement on there, so we got like that split on it on the top, but it's not really a big deal in my opinion. So it took me around 20 to 25 minutes to do this job. It's fairly easy, and basically you only need a small Phillips screwdriver and something to cut off the top cushion with, the old one. And for $12 I'm very happy with the result, and I could absolutely recommend you doing this yourself. It will make this headset last for a few years longer. The next thing would be to replace the battery, that I will maybe do in the future.